Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today I have another quick project share for you that I've been working on my sewing skills and just trying to build them up and create more beautiful things with it. So I started out really simple and just doing a stitch here across the top, and I had wanted to make this a journaling card, so I'll probably cut it down. And just this one will just have like a little tuck on it, and I thought the birdwood here was super cute. And then I wanted to practice the small sewing, the straight stitches around this postcard here. And I tried to stay as close as I could to the edge, and it was really difficult for me to do that for two reasons. One, the stitches were too small for me to really control it. I was going too fast. And then two, when I turned it, I had to kind of figure out where to turn it because the postcard on the paper isn't on there exactly straight. So that's how that one turned out. And then I went and I did some where I just did sewing along the sides and the bottom. And I may corner around these, I may not. So just some fun little sewing on the side, just like that. On this one, I think is the only one that I used some black thread on. I just wanted to see how much of a difference the black thread really makes versus my purple and white. And I think I have brown or tan, not brown, but like a light tan cream color. So this one here, I did black with the zigzag. I just took two pieces of paper and I stuck them together so that it would be a really thick journaling card. Happy with that one. Same with this one. I did it really thick, but I'd used the straight stitch and it was really small stitching. So that one's actually a lot better than the postcard one. I took some of this scrap paper that I had left, two different pieces. I backed it up so it's thicker. And I used some of that tannish cream color here for a zigzag stitch all around all four corners. It's really hard to see on this ordinate side over here, but it is on there. Some more scrapbook paper. I did that zigzag stitch, and on the back I did some journaling paper. So that one was really fun. Here is some vintage ad paper that I took, and the same thing, did that journaling paper on the back. This one's my sweet little butterfly paper, and this one I went outside of the lines on the paper, so this one's actually turned into an accidental pocket. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't even think of that. So I continued on, and I don't mind that there's holes there because I can hide that with some lace or some other paper trim or some washi or something across the top if I don't like it. But I just went around all four sides on a lot of these, and then some of them zigzag stitch are really tiny, and some of them it's a lot bigger. But yeah, they're all just so. This one has a bubble in it because I didn't glue. This has a index card on the back, but I didn't glue any of these down. I just tried to really hold it really nice and steady and try to go slow and rotate it around, and it bubbled up because this is coffee dyed paper, so it doesn't lay exactly flat. Same as this one, index card. I really like the lines on the back of it. This one is a cream. This one here, I just simply sewed down some lace, and you can see I used my purple lace or my purple thread on that lace there, and it does flip up just a little bit. I thought this would be a cute little, like almost like a postcard. So that was my intention with that one. This one I just sewed around the one piece of paper. I did a coffee one that I just folded in half. So all different shapes and sizes, just playing around with my scraps and just seeing, you know, how I can improve. This one's teeny tiny. Just seeing how I can improve my stitching and like starting it and trying to get it closer to the edge of the paper instead of so far down, trying to stay on the paper. So this one I went off a little bit, and the thinner paper, the thinner coffee paper, folding it in half to make it a little thicker. This is just a piece of lace that I just sewed down and right on top of this index card. That was cute. This was a Tim Holtz journaling card that I just folded in half and sewed. This here was just one of those cut aparts from Joann's, and I put a piece of dictionary paper on the back. This one here is really cute. This is one of those Project Life cards, and I just sewed a ticket on there. And I know it's like really ugly stitching. You know, I could have chose not to show you guys this, but I definitely want to show you how far I come. So this is probably one of the first ones that I did because it's really bad. And I just made a whole stack. This one here is another Tim Holtz one, and I didn't realize that I had went over the pretty flowers and the bird. I had the paper in this one. I thought this little heart shape will be really cute on here and a little tuck spot for something. And then I turned it over and I was like, oh man, that's a pretty paper, but no worries. So back to my accidental pocket led me to make pockets. I'm super excited. I can't even believe I did it. So here's another page from that Miss Harper Can Do It. Just a simple book page. I folded in half and just sewed around just the 3 sides. And I don't want to get those mixed up. I'm going to put them in 2 different piles. So I got my stuff situated. This one, same, 3 sides. This one is an envelope that I glued this on in one of my journals, and I didn't like it, so I ended up ripping it out. And then it's got a pocket in there already built in. So I just added some extra sewing along it. And I did do a different stitch on this one. And this one as well, some just scrapbooking paper, 2 different pieces that I stuck together. Here's the cool thing about these. I got my journal right here, the one that I've made. What I was thinking was how neat would it be to have a pocket, right? And you can measure it down. You can trim it down to fit in your journal. This one just so happens to fit in there, and I didn't do that on purpose. But what I thought would be kind of cool is to make it so that you could have like a double pocket and just slip it right here in between your pages. And just line that up, and it's going to stick out just a bit, you know, from the top and the bottom, but you can trim it down if you wanted to. I really thought it would work quite well, especially on a smaller one. That one is quite big, but here's another pocket. Just plop that right down there. Let's see if I can find a blank page here so you can kind of see what the idea is behind this. So there we go. And you could do an upper pocket if you wanted. You could do an inside pocket on the inside. Super fun ideas. So here's a smaller one of those butterfly ones. And I was thinking that I could just stick it on the page and it would be like kind of like a little tab, because it sticks out a little bit because it's away from the edge. So when we close it, you can see that it sticks out just a little bit. So I thought that would be kind of a fun idea to play around with. I was just trying different things. This one might be a little bit too big, but I mean, it doesn't stick out that far from the edge. So that's kind of nice. So anyways, that's why I left a lot of them blank like that. Just 2 pockets like that. Super, super cool. I love it. There's more of that black thread. This one's really thin scrapbooking paper. I was playing around with that black and I was like, I don't know if I like black. It's really, really bold. But, you know, I just wanted to try everything. I just wanted to do a little bit of it all, and then we can go from what I like to what I don't like. I was trying to stay on the edge. It got a little bit away from me. And again, these are 2 separate pieces. If you were to have the piece and just fold it in half and sew along it, it would probably be a lot easier. And then when it gets crooked, you can just trim off the edges. But these are just from my scraps that I have. I sewed some lace onto this one, and it's a pocket. I've got these pretty coffee ones right there. Here's a really fun one. This one here was from a flower book. That's this page that I coffee dyed, and I folded the triangle down to make the pocket, and I accidentally missed, you can see right here, accidentally missed sewing this. Didn't know that until I was done. I was like, hey, that's all right. Look, we have another upper tuck. Super fun. And there's a pocket here. So that was an accident. Thought that was cool. I think I only did that once. Another pretty paper that I made as a tuck paper pocket there. This is the other book page that I made. This one's just a regular one. And here's a green one. Here's another one of those corners, and another corner, because I want to have one for the left side and the right side. I tend to make my corner pockets like this on the left. I don't know. I just always fold it down that way. So I intentionally made this one kind of on the right side, so I can put it on the right page, because I wouldn't want to put, for me, this feels wrong. It doesn't feel like it belongs there. I don't know. I just like them on the edge of the paper. I don't know. But I do see myself advancing more, and, you know, that would be really cute up in the corner over here. Nothing's wrong in junk journaling, but to me, it just doesn't feel natural to change the orientation or the direction of the ways that I stick down my pockets and tucks and tags. So here's a simple triangle. You guys know that I love my triangle flips. And so this one here, it can go any which way. And it's already sewn, and I can just do that. So it's not a flip down, but it is actually sewn. So that's a really, really big one. I love it. Here's some more of my Prima paper that I had left over. And I just sewed some lace on here, and I made it a little teeny, tiny, tiny pocket. Because I really wanted you to see the paper on there. So that's how that one turned out. I have another one with some ribbon along the side here that I sewed on there. And I did the same thing as a pocket here, or a little tuck spot, and it opens right there. Yeah, but I've been having a ton of fun. I wanted to share these with you guys. I hope you're having as much fun as I am as seeing how the different sewing things are coming together. Well, this one was fun as well. I just sewed a ticket on here for another little tuck spot. And it wasn't perfect, it does peek out around the corner, but we can just stick a little bit of glue there. So yeah, I have a ton of these. Well, not a ton. Ooh, let me show you this one. I'm like, ooh. This one was a music paper that I ripped out, and then I just sewed this pocket on there. And I was like, hey, I got this fabric square. Let me see if I can sew that on top of this pocket without sewing the pocket shut. And then I folded it in half. It was a square, so I made a triangle and then a pocket. So that's a really interesting one. But yeah, thanks so much for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it, all of your comments and support, and just enjoying the ride. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.